we'll hit the first question, which is from Paul Nicholson, which he has actually deleted his Twitter profile overnight, so the question has disappeared. But from memory, it was something on the lines of, now that you're an influencer, are you scared of your powers, and which brands would you like to promote, or something on the lines of that? Yeah. So anyway, for those of you who don't know, I am now a Players Fuel influencer ambassador. So go and check out their website. It's CBD oil, and we've got some more products coming this year in the forms of chewing gum and energy drinks. So again, I'll put a link up here somewhere. Sorry, we've got the dogs in here with us today. We've got I'll put the link up here somewhere, which takes you to the website, and go have a look around, see if there's anything that takes your fancy, and place an order.
They do clothing as well.
They do clothing. Obviously, this is one of the t-shirts. So just look, you've got Players Fuel on there, and the logo. They are quite nice t-shirts, aren't they?
Yeah.
They feel a bit like moisture wicking ones, where they kind of like pull the sweat away from you.
They do.
But the hats, actually, we've got a hat each as well. Probably should have brought one down, but you'll see one in a future vlog, I'm sure, anyway. But they do feel really nice quality, actually, their hats, don't they? One of the better ones I've felt, I think.
They do.
I'm not just saying that. But they are decent quality. Anyway, which brands would we like to... first of all, am I scared of my powers? Not really, because nobody's bought any yet. So I don't think I'm doing a very good job at influencing. There has been quite a few people looking at the website on the back of my link. So people are going to look at it, but I'm not actually managing to influence anyone to make a purchase yet. But hopefully that will change. Obviously, it is aimed at golfers, the CBD oil. A lot of people in the UK can't golf yet, so maybe when people get back out on the course, they might give it a go. I don't know. We've tried it. You said it's helping you sleep.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Last couple of nights you've helped sleep. I think last night when I had some, it certainly made me go to sleep quicker, but because of the hot flush and stuff, it didn't keep me asleep, so it's a bit of an inner battle at the minute, but it did help. I think it did help me go to sleep quicker. Neil's not happy. Anyway, we'll answer this question and we'll take a break. In fact, no, we'll take a break here. You'll see a cut in a minute, and then we'll come back. Well, we're back. Sorry, the dogs are being idiots this morning, aren't they?
Yes.
They're just being like children. Anyway, second part of the question from Paul is, which brands would we like to work with, or which would I like to work with? Now, I've had to think about this, and it is a very tricky question to answer, because I haven't got, because my handicap's not that low, I'm not like a scratch golfer or a pro or anything to be able to be desirable to a particular brand. It would be nice to get a manufacturer, say Callaway for example, to sort of work with us, because I do like the Callaway Epic Flash range of clubs. However, until I actually get a club fitting, I don't know what club's the best for me. So, but it would be nice to work with a major brand going forward. Go on.
No, I don't think they're going to be queuing up, Corey.
No, they're not going to be queuing up, are they? They're not, are they?
No, it's a pipe dream, that one, I think.
It'd be nice to work with a clothing brand as well. I know I've got my own bits of t-shirts and hats and stuff out, but again, that's just more for our use. There's not really anyone that's bought that, so that's not really going to take off. That's more of a personal thing. So it'd be nice to work with a clothing brand and try and sort of promote some clothes. It'd be nice to work with a club manufacturer, a clothing brand, and a ball brand. I do like the Trust balls though. So Trust, if you are watching. But I don't think there's any brand that particularly sticks out that I say, oh my god, I need to work with them.
Just whoever, if anyone did approach you.
If anyone approached me, I wouldn't sort of jump at anyone that came along. I'd have to kind of like see what they're offering, who they are, and I suppose to a degree the ethics behind them. I wouldn't want to sort of jump into bed with anyone, so to speak, with anyone that promotes things that I don't believe in. Does that make sense?
Well, you have promoted things like with Shot Scope, haven't you?
Yeah.
They were good. British companies as well, I suppose.
Yeah, I think, keep it on the home turf.
Yeah, you could. So, but like I say, you did your review on your shot scope watch,
the V3 watch and the L1 rangefinder.
Rangefinder. So
yeah,
they're the type of people you'd be interested in.
Yeah, I suppose as well to do to a degree the lesser known brands to kind of like help push them forward.
Yeah, a lesser known person pushing a lesser known brand. That'd work ideally, I think, going up. A match made in heaven.
Hey, you've got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Everyone's
got to start. It's about having. It's not about what you know. It's who you know.
It's not.
It's what you know about. It's what you know about who you know.
About who you know. That's how you get.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I hope that answers your question, Paul. It might not have done because I didn't give you any specific brands, but let's just say I would be open to opportunities if and when they came along. So we're going to head over now to YouTube. We've got one on YouTube from Mr. Peter Jones, my internet daddy, my internet poppy. How are you doing, Peter? So his question is, what do you think high handicappers feel about the new handicap system? And for this, we should go over to Neil.
We are high handicap as well.
Yeah,
just to point it out.
Not as I
Not as that is me, but
well, I'm going to go to you first and then I'll answer.
But I were a little bit disappointed because my handicap went up slightly from what it were by. With 2 shots, I think it was 2 shots, wasn't it? It went up. So it was disappointing, but I suppose with the new system, it should be easier to get down. Once you start improving, your better rounds become the mark. So therefore, when I start playing better, and I did say when I start playing better, it should come down. So
I think under the new one it can come down quicker, can't it?
I think it can, but again, it's one of them where it gives you an up-to-date value on your golf because it's your last 20 rounds.
Yeah.
So if you are suffering, you're going to get the benefit of extra shots. If you're playing exceptionally well, you're going to lose your shots quicker.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's probably a fairer system because I suppose the the lower handicappers, if they sort of start going down, we all know things change when you get older and what have you. Older, should I say. So you get your shots back. I don't think they race back, but you will get your shots back if you need them as well. So it is what it is.
So you think it's a fairer system overall?
Well, I think it's a universal system around the world now, isn't it? So
I suppose
wherever you go, if we went to Dominican, didn't we?
Yeah.
So now when we go there, I'll give them my stroke index. They'll look at it and say, "No, you put off the red tees."
Yeah.
Things like that. But, you know, so it will be fairer.
I suppose as well. I suppose in answer to that question, because when the new handicap system came in November, we had very little time on the course to actually put much into action before we went back into lockdown.
I didn't play any competitions, I don't think. Maybe
that's what I mean.
One or two,
I think there was one competition between that coming in and everything shutting down again. So we've not really, unless any of you guys have actually got much benefit from utilising the new system, we haven't.
No.
So we haven't really had time to put it into play.
March 29th though.
March 29th, we have booked a day off, we are going golfing, come hell or high water, I don't care if it's gales and everything, we're going golfing.
Yes.
You know this, don't you?
It's going to be snow, isn't it?
It will be.
Who knows?
Anyway, it's a plan. So I hope that answers your question, Peter. From my point of view, I think I'm probably the same as Neil. You keep touching that up.
I know.
I'm probably the same as Neil, where I think it overall will be a better system. It might drop by about 1 shot, I think.
And again, the benefit as well with the stroking, it's the slope ratings, etc. We can go to harder courses and get more shots.
Yeah, you want.
We can go to easier courses and get less shots. Yeah. So you're playing your courses to that index that sort of suits your
level.
It's pointless me and Colin going to a really difficult course with 28 handicaps or whatever, knowing full well we'll never play to that. But if the course is that hard, it might knock us up to 32, 33.
It makes it more realistic play.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Well, hopefully, Peter will be playing with you guys soon.
Yes.
Hopefully. So we're going to head back to Twitter now. So we've got a question from Richie Main, which is the first question that came in, was when are we having a rematch? Big boys course, on a big boys course this time, he says. So if you're not seeing it on the channel, was it back last year? Early last year, it was.
It was
about May last year.
It was the end of the first lockdown.
Yeah, it was. We went to play...
When 4 balls were allowed. So we went straight after.
Arden Coat Manor, weren't it?
That's right, yeah.
We played, there was Neil and Richie Main against me and Mr Simon Parks. How did that go?
Well, you won, but to be fair, Simon just... It's just...
Oh dear.
It's just hard work, isn't it?
He had the best trousers on, though. He had his unicorn trousers, they were the best.
But he just...
We had a bit of laugh, anyway.
He texted Mickey all the time, so no wonder.
It was such a laugh. But you know, it's the pinnacle of what golf's about, isn't it? Without your mates,
it was
having a laugh.
It was good.
I mean, the weather was dire, to say the least, but we had a good crack.
We had everything that day.
We did. That's what I mean. It was dire, weren't it?
We had sunshine, we had bright blue skies, and then we had a torrential rainstorm where it was that wet your trousers stuck to you.
So in the words of Mr Parks, it was moist at times.
Yeah, very
moist.
Very moist.
So we will definitely be having a rematch with you guys, Richie, as soon as we're allowed. We'll definitely arrange that rematch because that could be a cracking round.
Yes.
And we're going to whoop your backsides again. Just saying.
Not necessarily because I've got more shots now.
Mr Deacon said, why is Neil's abs doing a Q&A? So my phone, when I'm trying to put and, sometimes defaults it to abs. So when I put the word and, so your abs are doing a Q&A.
Yeah.
Apparently. Let's have a look.
I'll have to go and find them.
Are they in there somewhere?
They're buried somewhere.
That's all on that one. So Mr Marr, Steve Marr, he says your golf channel is a breath of fresh air out of lockdown. Thanks, Steve. Keep up the good work. His question is, if you could play any British Open course, which one would it be? I quite fancy Wentworth. That looks like
I'd like to play Lytham St Anne's, I think.
What is that, because we've been there?
Because we've been there, we've seen the ladies play there, haven't we?
It is a nice linksy course, isn't it?
Just because I've been there, and it's sort of like one of iconic English courses, isn't it?
Yeah.
The old school, so
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'd like to play Wentworth because that. And you know, if you've watched that Ramesh Ranganathan and
Rob Beckett
when they did Ramesh versus golf or something, weren't it? They had like a longest drive off the first tee at Wentworth. It was live on Sky, weren't it? It was hilarious. If you've not seen it, go and watch it and catch up. But that view with the clubhouse, it just looks stunning. So I'd like to play Wentworth, just because. So Keith, who is your favourite lady golfer and Neil's favourite male golfer, and do they inspire you both golf-wise to improve?
I think for me it certainly changes on a regular basis. My favourite golfer, it's there's so many to choose from. Currently, who's my favourite currently? I like to watch Matt Fitzpatrick.
Matt Fitzpatrick, yeah, because he's a local lad.
He's a local lad, and he's quite. Well, I say he's not new to it. He's been playing for a few years, but he's a young lad and he's improving. So I just like watching that. I like Tommy Fleetwood.
Would you say you like more local lads than US lads?
No, because there's a couple of American ones that I quite like, but you know.
But do they inspire you to improve your golf game?
I inspire me to improve my golf game. When I see my card how bad I've played Colin, I inspire myself to get better.
So my favourite lady golfer is probably Brooke Henderson, because I think she's about 5'4", and she can.
Is she really 5'4"? Are you just making?
No, she's 5'4".
Have you checked it?
Yeah, she's 5'4", and she can welly that ball just as far, if not further, as some of the taller girls. Which shows you she's a little power ball. So you think if she can do it, surely I could learn to do that. I'm never going to be as good as her, don't get me wrong. But you think, look at this, it's a potential that's there, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For somebody that's quite a small stature, short stature, that can produce such good results, you think, well, something for me to maybe have a go at one day.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that answers your question there, Keith. Colston, would you ever consider doing YouTube full time if you could earn a living from it? If no, what if it meant travelling the world and playing the best courses? Well, obviously the answer is yes. If I could make a living off of YouTube, we've all got that magic number, haven't we, of what you need to earn to be able to give up work full time. Now, it is a bit pie in the sky for YouTube.
It is, definitely. But there's always the Euro Millions.
Oh, I've checked it today.
I haven't checked my ticket, but you never know.
We could be winners.
We may be full-time YouTubers this time tomorrow.
But no, I 100% yes. If I could earn a living off YouTube, I would give up work and do it full time. Because obviously, the more hours you put into YouTube, the more earnings you're going to get. But you need that starting point.
You need that fan base to get your views.
You need a fan base, and you need to be able to be earning something like what you need to be able to give up work full time to make more.
I think that the proof of full-time YouTubing, you can't do it on your own.
No,
anyway.
you can't.
You can't do it on your own. You need to earn enough to employ people, I think, to do it.
Yeah.
Because you'd struggle.
There's that much behind the scene. You need somebody to organise.
When you look at say Rick Shields, even Liam is employing people now just to help him.
And it's justified because it sort of shows on the channel when you've got people doing things. Your quality of video improves, the quality of the actual film in itself improves.
Quality editing improves, won't it?
I'm not going to answer that question. So yes, I would definitely, and obviously the bigger you get as well, you potentially got more for collaborating with the brands.
The bigger, yeah.
So 100% yes, Colston, I would. So if anyone out there wants to sponsor the channel and pay us a full-time wage to take half of our company, joking, kidding.
40%.
Mr. Kilroy, good morning. So he said, if the 19th in brackets bar is not open, do you take bottles or tinnies? If you do you start drinking on the 16th, 17th or 18th, or wait till you go out to the car park? He's a 17th tea man himself, and it will be Guinness. And then Ian Ray's put on that, 17th, why wait, the second tea? So Ian likes to go on the second tea. Now, we don't tend to do that, do we? Ourselves.
I think on the odd occasion I have had a beer on the course, certainly when we're being abroad. But
if you're abroad, standard.
If we have a drink, it's normally in the winter. In the winter round, we'll play 9 holes, and then the hip flask will come out on the 10th hole.
10th tee.
With some slow gin, some Jim Beam honey, something like that.
Something warming.
A little shot. I mean, we went to Germany one year and we bought a bottle of Glühwein. And the idea were that we were going to have some Glühwein on the 10th.
Yeah.
But the course shut. We've never had the opportunity. I think the bottle is still over there. So next winter, hopefully we're going to get nothing but bright sunshine.
Will it go
going
off?
Forward. No, it's fine.
We've had it 2 years.
It'll be fine. Next winter, because we were going to use it on Christmas, weren't we? The Boxing Day turkey shoot or something like that.
Shootout, yeah.
So it'll be there. But if it has gone off going,
we'll buy some more.
Aldi and Lidl.
Aldi and Lidl, yeah.
We could promote it for them. We could influence.
We get a thing on here saying Aldi.
Yeah. We'll influence them.
So in answer to your question, Kevin, we don't regularly, but occasionally we do on a 10th.
But I do like the 19th hole, and if
you do like the 19th hole quite a lot.
When the clubhouse was shut, they were selling cans.
They were, yeah.
So I would have a couple of cans in the.
Did you ever actually do that?
Yeah. Not in the car park as such, but they had the seats outside, didn't they? You could.
Oh, before they shut the seats off.
Before they shut the seats off,
yeah,
so I did that.
That's true. Colston, how do you feel beating Paul Jackson by getting a clean sweep on the multiplier scratch card? Amazing. Fingers!
People don't know that, do they?
No, so if you've not watched, Paul Jackson's got a channel called Ducks for Luck. And basically, it sounds really like, why would you do that? But it's hilarious. Go over and check it out. I'll put a link up here. It's basically, he's doing scratch cards on the camera, and you're watching him scratching scratch cards off for charity and whatever else. And it's comical, isn't it?
No, he's done it now where whatever you win.
Now it's for the subscriber.
If anyone subscribes and comments a word, he enters you in a duck race.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And if
duck race at the end.
If you win the duck race, he'll send you the money that he's won.
It's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers, but it's brilliant. It's genius.
It's that mad that 11 o'clock at night we were still watching it when it went live late one night.
We're all sat waiting. It was about 4 or 5 of us, not in the same bed, but we're all at home on our homes in bed, sat with YouTube on waiting for it to start at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
What have you done to us, Paul? But no, so he got these multiplier scratch cards. So you bought some last week.
I bought 2 on
Tuesday. Because you went and got a scratch card, a lottery ticket.
The ornaments, yeah.
So he got one for him and one for me.
No, I got 2 for me and I gave you one.
Well, whatever. But we both scratched one. You got none.
Yeah.
I got a full row of diamonds. I got fingers. And I think it was £2 on the thing as well. I mean, the multiplier, I didn't really get a full clean sweep, so I didn't get anything plus one on the multiplier. But I still won 20 quid off the scratch card.
Yeah. With a card that cost nothing.
Cost me nothing. So I feel amazing about that, Colson. Sorry, Paul. Fingers! That's what you have to shout at me when watching Paul Jackson as well. Fingers! Anyway, Stephen Speak. Where's one course in the UK you would like to play, and if you could choose any other 3 golfers, past or present, who would you pick and why? So I think I would probably stick with my Wentworth one. Seems we've kind of covered that one, I think, before. Would you play Livingstone with your people?
I don't know. There's so many, like I said, I've answered this question before. There's so many fantastic courses.
There are, yeah.
In the UK or anywhere in the world that.
But this is especially the UK. Where's playing the UK?
It's very different.
I'm going to stick with Wentworth.
Probably one at Scottish courses. I would imagine one at.
And I would play golf.
I said one that sticks in my mind is Troon. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Royal Troon.
But who would you play with then? Who's your other 3 golfers?
Well, I answered this question the other night on that.
You can tell people again. Some people might not have watched it. So
Podcast.
if you have not watched the podcast, go to 3 podcasts.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to all these people today. I should be getting the commission on this.
It was Jack Nicklaus, obviously. Lee Trevino, because he always had a story, didn't he? And Seve, they're all old, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
They're all old and old.
But again, realistically, I can't wait just to get out with people that we play with. I want to play with a lot more people this year. But
yeah. So I would like to play with Brooke Henderson, as I've said earlier. Cracking little golfer. Seve, because he would be a scream.
Yeah.
You try and make sure he doesn't eat his fruitcake on the first tee and stuff like that. And Andrew Beef Johnson, because he's just off his nut.
And if you just notice, neither of us picked each other for that as well.
We didn't, did we? Yeah, but I play with you all the time. I don't play all the time. Ian, as YouTube golfers, what new fresh ideas do you both have that may differ from all other YouTube golfers? Now, we were actually discussing this, weren't we?
I don't think there's any fresh ideas anyway.
No.
You're always...
Everything that everyone's done is always a regurgitated idea of somebody else.
Even if you don't realise it's a regurgitated
Yeah.
idea.
You're just putting your spin on things. So I think the only thing that we've kind of got above a lot of other golfers is the Mr versus Mrs.
Well, we've got that, but there is a case of you've done quite a few, and you'll be doing more this year of where you're taking people on.
Taking on the.
So you've taken on Steve Serples, Kev Casper, Yorkie Bar,
Chris from Bramall.
Chris Church. So.
Rag and Bone Man.
Yeah, it's all them that you've done, and we'll carry on with that because you'll find it easier to get out than me sometimes, don't you?
I do. Yeah. So I think it's such a case of Ian. I think even a lot of the other YouTubers, that they've got their collective of people that they play with. A lot of them don't play with the subscribers of the channels. So maybe that's something that we've kind of got that a lot of people haven't yet. And I mean, people might start jumping on that and doing it themselves, I don't know. But I think that's something that we have kind of got that's a little bit unique. But even with Mr versus Mrs, you can play with your mate and have that banter. Yeah. But we've got to live with each other as well.
Exactly, yeah. But like I say, other people...
So we can take the banter to a whole new level that's maybe inappropriate.
Yeah. I forgot you played with Kent, didn't you?
I did play with Kent, yeah.
Did he beat you? I think he did.
We only played that last hole, didn't we, with his 7-iron, because he weren't very well, was he?
No, that's
Bless
right.
him. So we're going to redo that. We just had a bit of a nice game around his track. So he beat me on the last hole with his 7-iron, but I actually did beat him on that hole 12 where I got I chipped in for 2. Well, I don't chip in, but I hit the ball. It went in the hole for 2.
You're luckily. You didn't even know where the hole was going,
No, I
did you?
didn't know.
You hit it towards the wall.
I'd love to say I played for that shot, but I completely didn't.
Yeah.
So it was a 2 net 1. Net hole in 1 on a par 4. Twice I've done that. I did that in Portugal, actually.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
No,
So
I
I hope that kind of answers your question, Ian. It probably didn't, but there's not really many, apart from the little mini series that we've got going that are different from other YouTubers, which we will carry on and do more of this year. There's not really a lot of good golf ideas that haven't been done.
We'll try and think of some.
We will try and think of some, but it's going to be very difficult.
And there's rematches as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of rematches going
Steve Serples wants to play you again.
Yeah, he wants to play my track, our track. Yorkie Bar. What are your plans for the channel going into the new season? And will you be having your golf day this year that you had to postpone last year? So first question, I think with the last question kind of like covered that in some respects, where the channel this year we're going to obviously keep on going with the Mr versus Mrs.
And it's going to be golf, isn't it?
Yeah,
mainly, and then
we are.
The other channel's going to be more of a social.
Yeah, I think that's probably one major change this year. We're taking away the social aspect of the channel onto somewhere else. And we're focusing this one back to the golf. I mean, to be fair, the social side of the channel only kind of came in because of lockdown. But it's kind of like been quite popular, so we're going to keep it going. It's not just a case of right now, when we get out in June this year back to normal, we're going to bin it off. We're not. We're still going to keep it going, just moving it to a more focused area. Yeah. So this year...
Any views on the new channel are not strictly held by the...
Yeah, the views are not mine. The views are of the individuals. I put a disclaimer, legal disclaimer. It's not my fault. Don't blame me. So this year the channel we're going to obviously carry the Mr versus Mrs. Get some rematches going, and again, if anyone wants to come and
do you know what would be nice, Colin? If we could find another couple to take on, or couples, either to challenge us or
husband and wife people, boyfriend girlfriends. Yeah, that'd be a good one actually. Yeah, couples versus couples. What you mean? We actually have to play together.
I didn't say that.
What, I play the guy and you play the wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do that. There's a twist.
Yeah, there's a twist in there. Yeah. So if any of you guys know any couples that want to take us on, get in touch.
Father and son as well, Colin. You can take on either of them as well.
Yeah, because there is a few other potential options we can do. But definitely we're going to get... I think the main thing is just getting back out on the course. Question 2, will we be having a golf day? Yes, we will be having a golf day at Yorkie Bar, 100%. So we were supposed to have a golf day in April last year.
99%, Colin.
No, we are having it 100%, I shouldn't have went.
No, because you don't know what's going to happen.
No, it's good.
We're to lockdown again, so...
I'm being positive here.
I'm being positive. I'm saying 99.9% sure we're having one. Just in case there's any glitch.
Yes, Yorkie Bar, we are having it. So we were supposed to have it in April last year, but lockdown came and we couldn't have it. So we're sort of thinking it's going to be after June when everything's lifted, in theory. If everything goes on track as it is now, I think from 21st of June everything will be lifted up and there'll be no restrictions. You can go and lick people's faces if you want, which I won't. Maybe I might lick your face every now and again.
I won't.
Just because you really hate it. So yeah, we're banding dates around about middle of July at the minute. So watch this space. I will put a video out when we have got something more concrete. I need to speak to the club. But yes, we are having it. So drop us a line on that as well if you want to know more details when that comes along. Pitch and putt golf. This is Jeff. 2 questions. What is your favourite piece of equipment for filming vlogs and why? And out of your vlogs, which one's your favourite? So, my favourite piece of equipment for filming the vlogs and why, probably the best one's going to be the mics, isn't it? The
mics are better because...
Yeah, the wireless mics. It just means that...
If you remember to turn them on.
If you remember to turn... That's the downside to it. You can turn the packs on, but then you need to remember to turn the one on the...
if you listen to someone when they say, do you think you need to change the batteries? And you go, no, there's plenty in there. And then what do you have to... When there weren't plenty of battery in there, Karen, what did you have to do? Did you have to dub it then? Did you have to dub over the top?
Shoot your face.
So,
anyway,
a challenge for Corin this year is to listen.
Wireless mics, because it means that if I'm at the camera taking my shot and he disappears off on the side of the fairway, if he's chuntering away to himself, it's a nice little surprise when I come to do the editing.
To me, when I'm commenting on your shot,
chuntering away to yourself, yeah. Second question, aren't your favourite vlogs, which one's your favourite? Now, my favourite... Will you stop it with that oven?
Sorry.
Stop touching buttons. My favourite has got to be the Sandhills Part 2 vlog. Now, it's... The Sandhills, both of them were good vlogs because it was a charity focus. And that was a little bit different where it was. We were taking on Chris
Longthorne.
Chris Longthorne. God, I forgot you have a mental brain block there. Chris Longthorne, he had his 7 iron and went against us two with our full bag. So that was really quite a different challenge.
Yeah.
And obviously it was all money raised for charities at the end of that day. But for me, part 2 was that will always hold a special place for me, because at the end of it, if you've not seen it, all the people that came along for the day, there was Kent and Debbie.
I can't name them all. There were GMAT,
Golf Nuts, Mr. Webster,
Rich Smith.
Rich Smith come and did the filming for us, even though he couldn't play. Obviously Chris, Kev Casper,
Jeff,
Mick Barron.
Now you're going to have to apologise for all you forgot.
If I have forgot anyone, I apologise. Craig came along to say hello, and then he went off.
Still went into, yeah.
But no, watch the video. At the end of it, they all kind of took over, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, I thought we were all just gathering together to say goodbye, but you kind of took over. And that's where the lovely Mr. Webster gave me a load of messages that he'd got from people, because obviously it wasn't long after the surgery. I'm back on the course, and he got me my absolute uber gorgeous golf shoes, which you are going to see them this year more. Obviously the only reason I haven't not seen them is because we're not playing the course. But no, that will always hold something very special for me, and I can't thank everyone enough for what they did on that day. So that's my favourite. What's yours?
Well, I say that the Sandhills Part 1 was one of my favourites with Chris, because it raised quite a bit of money for charity.
Yep. And
it was good fun. Everyone got out. Rich Smith did the filming, so that made it a lot easier.
Took the pressure off.
But I think probably just for the reason I can't even remember which one it is, if I'm honest. But it's the first one we did when you came back
from surgery.
You were allowed to play again from
proper full time,
proper game. So that's probably my favourite. The fact that you got back
on the course where I belong.
On the course, yeah. I think I won as well, so that's always a bonus.
It's all about you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Mick, can you tell us about your tattoos? No, he can't, Mick, 'cause he's not drunk.
No. It's a bit...
Go onto the new channel for that and watch it.
See you tonight, Mick.
Aidan, what other plans do you have for the golf channel, for the channel? Hopefully, Aidan, there's been other questions that have covered that and answered that for you. So obviously there's the Mr versus Mrs carrying on, the rematches, the new matches, and possibly couples versus couples.
Yeah.
But definitely the main focus is going to be getting out and playing with people more this year.
The drinks were being said. Colin's going to cover stuff like, because we're having the building work is done. Should maybe put a bit of stuff about that on. How
you can see the progress of the building work.
How we're progressing. You might see a bit with dogs. I don't know.
It's going to be more of a social channel. It's going to be more
of a social channel.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a laugh.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Colin's going to try and get quizzes better on Saturday night, but I think she's got that Kahoot.
Thanks to David. Thanks to Spanish
David. He sorted that out, and just really have a bit more fun.
Yeah, I think after the last 12 months
we've had a crap year, haven't we? So
yeah, we need to inject a bit of fun into our lives, and you know, obviously golf is
it's fun,
especially when you're playing with some great people.
Occasionally,
even if your golf's crap, you're playing with some great people.
Why did you look at me and point to me when you did that?
Sorry,
that were awful. That.
Sorry.
That's why people don't like you.
Anyway, Pimmy, out of all the golfing YouTube channels, is there any one that you wouldn't want to do a vlog with if they asked you, and why?
Yes, and I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, I know who you mean. And if you know Neil, you know who he means as well. I would say I couldn't name any off the top of my head. I wouldn't want to do a golf vlog with any of the bigger YouTube channels, and by that I mean...
No, you've worded it wrong.
I've worded it wrong.
Because you want to play with bigger YouTuber channels, but just
Depends on what the channel's about.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about bigger golf channels, obviously Liam and the Golf Mates, I would play with them, because even though they're a big golf channel, but there's a lot of different people you can play with. You know, you've got a lot of different elements to the channel and a lot of different personalities to kind of like go at. That's different. When you look at the likes of Rick Shields, there's just kind of him. James Robinson, there's just kind of him. Do you know what I mean? And for me, there's not enough personality in their channels for me to kind of like vibe off and bounce off and run with and have a laugh with. They're not my kind of people. So I think my answer to the question is, depends on who the channel is, and depends on if they've got my kind of personality to be able to get on with. I would definitely do a vlog with them. If they haven't, no thanks. Because I'm not one of these I can just walk around and do a interview and keep it all kind of like lifeless, I suppose. Because some of them people's vlogs for me are a bit lifeless.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
I don't really watch them, so I don't know.
Oh no, I don't really watch them now. But certainly the smaller channels, I'd like to do collaboration with smaller channels. And I think with the smaller ones, it's all about helping each other.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
if we can sort of build our little YouTuber channel communities up, that's definitely the way forward. Like Pitch and Putt Golf, we'll be playing some golf with him, seeing the plays around the corner at WOF, so we're going to go and play some golf with him this year. He's got a YouTube channel, Jeff. So yeah, I think it's just about working with the smaller channels and growing the smaller channel YouTube community, I think. But say even though the Golf Mates is a bigger channel, you can still do that because they've got a lot of different avenues of followings.
Well, we're definitely going out with the Golf Nuts, aren't we?
Yeah.
And GMAC.
Yeah.
And Jeff.
Yeah, and Kent.
And Kent as well. So
That's our little collective, isn't it?
not subscribers, are coming.
Not subscribers, all friends, like, absolutely.
Starters.
See, I didn't say that, he said that. Anyway. What?
So you're saying they are subscribers, not friends?
No, you're just...
No, that's what
you're making a point of it.
No,
you're making a point of it.
I'm not. What the point is, Colin, we've played with subscribers who've become friends.
Yeah.
You know, we look forward to playing with him again.
Anyway, Spanish Dave has left a question. How excited are you to play golf in Malaga? Very.
Yes.
So we have been planning to play in Malaga for probably a couple of years now.
I've got a friend that lives out that way, haven't we? So
we've been threatening to go out for a couple of years. I think we were going to go out last year.
We were, but then all this happened. Yeah.
Chaos dropped. So yeah, we definitely are going to get to Malaga for a round of golf, David. And likewise, anytime you're over here, come and join the crew, so to speak. And Players Fuel. Sorry, cheap plug there. Players Fuel.
Why did you do that when your badge is here?
Because it says Players Fuel.
Oh, right, sorry.
Oh, you're not seeing?
Okay.
I wasn't just looking at my collar just for random reasons. They've asked, what are your golfing goals for 2021?
To play golf.
Yeah, I think to start off with, definitely play golf. So obviously we both want to improve. We're both going to get back to the lessons when we can in the next few weeks.
Which sounds exciting.
It does sound exciting.
Because he's upgraded all his facilities as well, hasn't he? He's got
a lot more
we'll maybe
tech.
Maybe ask
Matt has done this vlog a lesson.
Yeah, but we asked this is Saturday, and we'll maybe bring that up tonight with Lee and Graham, see if they've heard of that. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to do a bit of back to lessons, get back to improving. So if I just set my target for the end of this year, my handicap at the minute is 26.7. I want to be no more than 19 by the end of the season. What do you want to be? I want to be lower than 31.5. I'm aiming for mid-20s.
So you'd be happy if you're mid-20s?
Mid-20s.
Any lower then a bonus?
That'd be a bonus, yeah.
Okay, so that's our golfing goal, to improve and get a handicap drop.
Yeah.
And play more golf. That's always a goal. Always a goal. So I hope that's answered all your questions. Thanks everyone for putting the questions in. I think we've had quite a good variety of topics covered there, all mainly golf related as well, which is a massive bonus. But I think a lot of you probably know as well enough by now to not answer the non-golf related stuff. Get to know what we like. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will put all the links below to the channels that I've mentioned, the Players Fuel and everything else. If it's not on the top here in the banner, it'll be down there in the description. So no, thanks for watching. Take care, and hopefully this year we'll see you guys on a course somewhere. And yeah, take care. See you soon.
Goodbye.